Hello, this is Tons, and welcome back to our review and play of GreedFall. We are about to confront this no-good sucker about how he killed his own people to cover up what they found on the tablets. At least I think that's what we're doing.
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency, weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed.
Okay, apparently we can just leave for some reason. You know what, let's try it.
I must leave you.
And we still gotta talk to him. So, yeah. Sometimes, spiders. Maybe I'm missing something. But it doesn't make sense that...
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency, weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed.
Like, it really doesn't make sense that you have options here. You should not even be able to talk to them until you have looked for the colleagues. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense that there are options here. There's only one option, technically, and it should automatically have happened.
I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages. Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land.
That's right.
Oh, Virgil, would you please stop taking us for fools? The natives had no hand in this.
Only the Renaigze are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause is righteous. The Ordo Luminis sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy, a dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation.
What?
But to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues?
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening the congregation? You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill. You may have already done so. But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
This Renaigze tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause a great upset in Taleme. But he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. On this island, Cornelia should be the one to decide. Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge. We wouldn't want them to start killing each other.
Wow, you actually get the option to do the rotten thing. And it would be rotten. And I am judging you. But, come on. We haven't killed our own colleagues. And this is the Ordo Luminis. Like, no. They're terrible. As far as I'm concerned, they're horrible. Overall. This is gonna bite us in the ass. Like, I'd rather just kill him. Like, I wish that was an option. It's not what my character would do, but I feel like Haeva would do that. Like, her character, she would kill this guy right now where he's standing, or at least, you know, stab him and hurt him really bad. Let's just order him to leave the expedition.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. You will take your belongings and leave this place. The research will continue, and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people than you. The decision to reveal them or not will be theirs.
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you don't regret your decision.
I hope that we get to kill you. I'm tired of these Ordo Luminis people that we really want to drop getting to walk away. I really want the head of that first guy. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know. The one that killed that native with his bare hands while freaking burning one of the spirits at the stake. Man, I'll be upset if we don't get the opportunity to kill him.
Alas, I have found the dead bodies of your colleagues.
How horrible! But how? Oh, perhaps I should have listened to Brother Virgil.
No.
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible for these deaths. He was hoping to blame the natives for them and discredit you.
What? But why would he? He will have to answer for his crimes.
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, I sent him back to Eden. If you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to the Mother Cardinal.
You are right. As soon as we get back to civilization, I will make sure that she hears about it. Once more, your help has been a blessing. Take this. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matheus's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Virgil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us where to look.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavation site where he wrote this. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look for any traces of life. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings. That would be fantastic.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I uncover anything.
So I just realized that we did not send him to San Matheus, or I don't know, escort him to a cell of some kind, or a prison. We sent this bastard back to Eden. I wasn't even thinking about it. But why the hell would you do that? He is a threat. It just doesn't make sense. But you know what? I'm okay with it. You know why? Because hopefully that means he's going to try to do something. And when he does, we'll get to drop him. Haeva gets to drop him if he tries anything.
If their so-called saint lived around here, he must have looked for a sheltered area.
I've never been that far into the swamp. But if I was to live here, I would look for a drier place.
Alright. Petrus had nothing to say. I'm okay with that. They don't always all have to have something to say. We're here in case that wasn't obvious from the fact that the campsite was already triggered, but... And that thing was not here before. And I said it. I think I said, wow, this looks like a boss area. Or a fight. A boss fighting area. And sure enough, it looks like I was correct.
Watch out! There's another one of those creatures.
Might help us.
I should not have done that. I wish we were behind them. Almost there.
Your magic is running out. Take a potion.
I want to keep them slow. Yeah, you ain't got no armor now. Oops. Oh no. That is entirely my fault. That is entirely on me. You know what would be great, guys? Check it. Because I want to get behind them. You saw what I was trying to do. I knew it was risky because he was in the air, but I had to try.
You've no magic left. Drink a potion.
God damn it. Well, we got some stuff, but I couldn't see all of it. Now, wait a minute. Now, this looks like a good weapon. Yes, Haunty. Even with the upgrades, this is better. Like in every way. That looks like a weapon for her. Finally. There you go, Sierra. Yes, that is all her. Woo, boy. I don't remember when we got that stuff, but I'm very happy. We found a good weapon for her. Now, I know people are like, oh, just look at the blue check marks. They don't always... Wait, what's this? What? But they're not always truthful or accurate about when we actually have something new. There you go. Now you're full spiff, buddy. There you go, Petrus. Do we want to wear this? Oh, no. God, no. Because that would lower our stasis. No. We will never lower our stasis. I need that stasis duration, man. It is a must. She has 2 willpower as well, but no, her necklace is good. And this is all she can wear. But it's a good necklace. So So as you can see, it appears the game has made a liar out of me, basically. Except for with the hats. Or no, even with the hats. It said, nope, Don's going to be a liar. For some reason, before I could not get those blue exclamation marks to go away. Now I can. I don't know what that's about.
A cavern. Hermits often choose places like this when they want to live away from the world.
Look at this cave. It is a good place for an old man to settle.
Nothing after? Okay. And of course, when we were here before, not only was that creature not there, but there was like a giant stone door here, so we could not get past it.
Indeed, there are some traces of life here. But we will have to examine this place thoroughly to find proof that their saint came here.
This is incredible. People lived here, and amongst them Saint Matheus, perhaps. We have to rummage through this place.
I'm just gonna waste it. Sometimes you just gotta do that, okay? Just sometimes.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Oh, we were already behind it, I think. Kind of hard to see. Oh, why? What happened? Did you see that? No, there was no way in hell that we were not trying to target this guy. And yet the game forced us to target the one that was nowhere near us and in stasis. Intuition level 2 to get through there. What's this map looking like? Well, I guess here we're supposed to find traces. Or just speaking in general. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought this was another passage. But it's not. No. I don't remember what our intuition is. Yes, I think we have enough. No. Oh wait, yes, yes. But we could keep going this way. But I'm curious about what's over there. Not sure how intuition helps with that, but I'm not going to judge. Oh, are we here by ourselves? Ceremonial armor of Saint Matheus. Let's just scroll over to Petrus right now, because chances are, if anyone's gonna wear it, it's gonna be my dude here. Yes. Yes. Not even upgraded. Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. Just put it all on. Put it on. Oh. I guess that's okay. Kind of caught me off guard a little bit. The look for the upgrades for the footwear, sometimes it just doesn't work, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. Yes. I can't even. Petrus, you are spiffing right now. We ain't even upgrade you. I don't even know if I will upgrade him, because seriously, he's looking good just like that. And yeah, I know it's extreme difficulty, but you know, within a certain range, I will put looks above functionality. Okay, I clearly got lost and got turned around a little bit. Clearly. You don't even deserve that armor, because you guys made me fight those stupid bats by myself. What is this place?
This is a cave of knowledge, or at least it looks like one. The old man must have been exceptional to be able to live in such a place.
These murals probably have a religious meaning. If the saint came here, this must have been where he lived.
These murals are magnificent. If Saint Matheus did come here, this is where he must have settled.
Let's take a closer look at these paintings. We may learn something from them.
I mean, he definitely came here because you're wearing his clothes. No, I don't know.
This mural is very ancient. It depicts an old man dressed as a priest, getting his face painted by a masked native.
Perhaps by a mall or a donegad.
This mural depicts an old man praying in front of a face in the mountain. He's holding a rosary. Saint Matheus, praying to Enon Milfrichteman.
What? Now, if that's true, spiders, you're gonna make me happy. You're gonna make me happy, spiders. If it's true. I mean, assuming they still don't make it an evil deity, that would be great.
It looks like a chaplet made of pewter. It's rather basic, but it was made a long time ago. And it undeniably comes from the continent.
This is incredible. Saint Matheus is often depicted or described as using a similar chaplet.
I seem to recall that their saint is often described as using a similar object.
Oh, I feel so lucky to be here. In this cavern where our founder lived.
You should feel even luckier because you're wearing his armor. No, I don't. I still don't know. And like, it is called the armor of Saint Matheus, right? I thought it was. I should have been paying more attention, I know, but yeah, this is supposedly his stuff, which explains the spiffness of it.
I do not know these glyphs, but these spirals are native symbols. There are some words in our ancient language next to them. The light and the earth are the two faces of a same power. It's impossible to know if this is a translation or another sentence. But this is a message that would seriously displease the Inquisitors.
I cannot believe it. These symbols, they are signs used in the secret writing of the Donegada.
Engraved tablets. They resemble the ones we recovered in Eden. We should take them with us. The researchers would be delighted to study them. There are some native symbols here and some letters I recognize, as if someone had tried to write in the native language using our alphabet. Men dwi stad in on mil fruktemen.
It means, welcome us amongst your people, enon mil frichtemen.
This is incredible. Saint Matheus would have known about the spirit of the island and would have prayed to him.
So that's what it was. The priest's old sage became a Donegad. I don't think that they'll be happy about that. And yet, it could bring peace. The Solacer will no longer be able to burn our people and our guardians.
Why is he not depicted wearing the marks of the Donegada?
It was a very long time ago. Magic had not yet been given to us by Enon Milfrichteman.
I don't know if you realize the importance of what we've just discovered. Saint Matheus, the founder of Thélème, finished his life worshipping the islanders' god. This is so incredible. Although it will cause a huge upset for our nation, our cult, and our relations with the natives.
Incredible. That should make the entire University of Al-Saad howl with laughter. The saint founder of Thélème worshipped the natives' gods.
I would appreciate it if what we just discovered stayed a secret for the time being.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but I find this so amusing.
I wonder what I should do with these relics. Eugenia probably didn't imagine that Saint Matheus lived his life in a way that's so different from what they advocate. As for Virgil, he wasn't wrong. Such a revelation will certainly cause a schism in Thélème.
The great revelation that will change mentalities for good, or the preservation of the dogma at all costs. I think you already know which side I'm leaning towards.
I understand you must be concerned. Great revelations are often followed by a trail of blood. But if what we found was revealed, my people could live in peace with the priests at last.
I already took sides in their quarrel. If I change my mind, I'm afraid that it might be seen as treason. I'll think about it on the way there. Let's go back to the researchers' camp.
So, I have no idea what she's talking about. Like, if I change sides in a quarrel, it might be seen as treason. Yeah, I have no idea what she means. But, come on. You all already know what Haeva's gonna do. And it's the same thing that my actual character would do if I was playing my actual character. If I had an actual character for this game, which I don't. But yeah, they both would be the same on this. You gotta take the risk. But see, when I make decisions like this, it makes me it makes me want to watch other Let's Plays, because I want to see what decisions they make. Like Telltale, before they just suddenly went out of business or what have you. One of the things I really liked about their games that I personally never played, but I watched somebody else play them. But one of the things I really liked about them was how, like, at the end, it would show all the decisions. You know what I mean? Like, it would show, like, what percentage of people made what decisions. And I wish more games that had choices did that. Maybe not wait till the end of the game, though. Like, I would just be curious. And yes, it's because we're in the swamp. It's hard for me to let go of the fact that I cannot find the stupid key to the chest that we found out here. I have no idea where it is. Okay, I thought it was out here. Thought I knew what I was talking about. But yeah, there was a chest out here that we couldn't find a key to. And it still haunts me. It keeps me up at night. Even though more than likely whatever's in that chest is of no real value to us. If I had to guess. Swamp looks good. Like, the swamp is just well done in my opinion. Like, where does this lead? What is this? See, now I can't find a chest. Could have sworn there was a chest. We couldn't open it. It said we needed a key or a lockpick of 3. And I like how that rhymes. I don't think this was the chest though. And yeah, it's the only one we found. Maybe this is just a different place. It might be a different place. Different swamp. Thinking about it, it must be. The swamp I'm talking about had drums in it. And we did not see any drums, so it must not be the same place. But that means we open that chest, and of course I don't remember doing it. Like, I have no recollection opening that chest. Okay, we're back at the camp, it looks like. That didn't take long at all. I'm looking forward to seeing Petrus in a cutscene.
So, did you find anything? Or do you need my help?
No. Oh, you can just leave. That's not a real option. Why did they do it this way?
We discovered a cave that was inhabited a long time ago by a whole group of people. Mostly natives, who had obviously created a sacred site, as the place was guarded by a creature.
And have you found traces of our holy founder? New relics? Perhaps some tablets?
Yeah, it's guarded. It was guarded by a sacred creature, but that creature was not there the first time we were there. So, I don't know what that's about. That sword looks beautiful. Our compensator looks beautiful. Oh yeah, we're revealing the truth. Like, we're 100% gonna reveal the truth. May Teleme be torn asunder! No, stop playing.
There were also frescoes on the site, representing Saint Matheus.
Frescoes? Tell me more. This is fascinating.
He was shown having his face painted by a native. On another, he prayed to the god of the mountain.
You can't be serious.
I am.
You mean to say that our saint converted to the cult of the islanders?
Yes.
That is what emerges from our findings, yes. Other objects that I was able to bring back also point in this direction. Look, there are inscriptions. These tablets and also this chaplet.
This chaplet? I cannot believe it. It is so... Excuse me. I cannot find the words to express how I feel.
Afra?
You must come with me. We must go and present all these discoveries to the Mother Cardinal. You realize our entire dogma will have to change. So far, anyone who wanted to question it would have burned their fingers. Literally, alas.
And you think that this time they'll listen?
We have solid proof. All this evidence. With your support, we will convince her to reveal the truth.
I see. I will do my best to help you.
It seems we are arriving right on time. You did well to warn us, Brother Virgil.
Virgil? How did you know?
I'm afraid that your Excellency's lies weren't very convincing.
We were informed of your discoveries and of the danger they represent. We demand that you hand them over to us immediately, so that they can be destroyed.
How can you even suggest the destruction of relics written by the hand of our founder?
Out of love for our dogma, for our faith, and for our nation. But since you refuse to comply with our orders, you leave us no choice.
Death to the heretics!
Yes. Get that. Kill him. Somebody ruined our crowd control, I can tell. God damn it. Oh, whoa. We got some beasts around here. You might freaking die out here. We got hit.
I cannot believe that I just fought my own brothers in faith. The fact that the Inquisition is after us is very disturbing, Excellency.
We would do well to hasten to San Matheus. They will not dare to attack you there. And we will have to take care of Bishop Domitius. He will do everything he can to discredit us.
You are right. All this proves is that I will not succeed without your help. There is a risk that the Mother Cardinal will also reject our discoveries.
And if you will allow me to attend the hearing, I would be delighted to support you.
Your help will be precious to us, Father. In any case, we must present our research to Mother Cardinal as soon as possible. I will study the tablets one last time to make sure I know all their content, and I will meet you at the palace in San Matheus to plead our case.
Understood. See you soon, Sister Eugenia. Be careful.
Yeah. I'm a little upset because we got hit mid-fury swipe. Okay, apparently there's a prison that we now have the key to. Like, okay. Is there perhaps a side quest to locate the prison? Because I would like to deal with that, if at all possible. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's okay that you can be hit while mid-fury swipe, maybe. I know some people don't believe in any kind of invincibility frames, but I don't know, it just seemed wrong. It felt wrong to me, okay? Look at Petrus, man. So those boots are looking a little high. I don't know. I don't know. Vasco mismatching and whatnot. I don't know why it worked for Afra, keeping everything the same color, but did not work out for Vasco. Oh. It's times like this that the wait function is not even a wait function. You have to sleep, but look at it. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks that you can't wait till a precise time or sleep till a precise time. Like, seriously, I'm really hoping at some point in the game we take this down. It angers me every time I see it and makes me want to kill the guy that was responsible for it. It's like really dark in here. And I feel like there should have been more windows.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting your arrival. Sister
Overslept.
Eugenia was just recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new light on the last years of our founder. It all demonstrates that he hadn't evangelized the islanders, but, on the contrary, he would even have adopted some of their rituals, merging the cult of the enlightened and the cult of nature in a single dogma.
These discoveries, if they can be verified, are extraordinary. But they also represent a great upheaval that could harm our nation. We must first verify their authenticity. You are the only ones who entered this cave. Could what you have witnessed been a falsification?
Oh, okay, you don't have the option to say, you know what? Yeah, they could have been. No, at this point, you're just committed to it. But it could have been interesting to tell her the truth. And then you get here and you have the option to be like, you know, on second thought, you know, or you just straight up like, I don't know what she's talking about.
The cavern we discovered is located in a very remote place. There's no island or village nearby. It contains some ruined dwellings, but clearly no one has lived there for a very long time. Fraudsters would inevitably have left traces of their passage, and we have not found any. The entrance to the cave was protected by one of those giant creatures that the natives call a nardaig. These guardians usually protect sacred places and let no one enter without a fight. I had to kill this beast, which leads me to think that nobody had entered the cave for a very long time. We discovered ancient frescoes on the walls of the cave. They represent Saint Matheus without a doubt. He's depicted with his chaplet. In one, he is praying for the divinity of the island. In the other, his face was being painted by a native. I understand how shocking these discoveries are, but their antiquity proves that they are genuine.
The tablets found at the site, however, attest that our founder had not abandoned the cult of the Enlightened. He simply saw it as two different reflections of the same divine power.
The relics could be authentic, Your Excellency, but we only have your word to convince
Oh, really?
us. The political and religious impact of these discoveries will be unprecedented. We risk schism, civil war, and who is to say that this is not a plan to weaken us?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Really? Come on. This is upsetting. Because I would love for Haeva to do that. You know what this means, right? You all know what this means. We gotta come back. I'm sorry, but I have to. I have to see. I must know. And I think we have the ability. But first, let's look at the charisma one.
It seems that you only see the negative aspects of this discovery, but the reality is very different. By integrating some of the natives' beliefs into your dogma, you could build an alliance with them. Something no other nation has managed to achieve before.
It is a good argument, Your Excellency. I hadn't thought about that.
Your Eminence, all of this is grotesque and dangerous. The congregation is clearly trying to ridicule us. Even if these frescoes are real and old, who's to say they represent reality? This is surely the naive vision that the islanders had of our founder, nothing more. Our duty is to bury all this in order to preserve our nation from the heretical beliefs of the savages.
Huh. These kind of feel like the same thing.
You were so eager to bury our discoveries that you were ready to bury us with them. A group of the Ordo Luminis attacked us while we prepared to come here.
Really? Your Eminence, I assure you that I had no idea. We would never harm a diplomat. It was probably the desperate action of an overly fervent group. But, alas, it is a fair reflection of what will happen if these discoveries are made public.
You are responsible for the members of the Ordo Luminis on this island, Domitius. I am counting on you to ensure that this kind of act never happens again.
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crucial choice for our nation. What does a man of faith do in such a dilemma? He prays and places his trust in the one who came before him and has shown more wisdom. Saint Matheus shows us a new way. If we are believers, can we really turn our backs on him?
You surprise me, Petrus. You who are always so political, yet your words seem sincere. You give me something to think about. Thank you.
What we have discovered is real. The very idea of concealing it is a
I
disgrace.
figured out helping.
Interesting remark from a representative of the nation we are fighting against.
If my people knew that the great sage they had long respected is the same man as your saint, and that your priests respected our culture as he did, They would be welcomed here as brothers.
And the Eden we wanted to build would be everywhere. You speak sense, Princess. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I really wanted to tell him about Brother Virgil in addition to what the other Ordos did, but I guess we can't.
I understand your doubts about the future, which are inevitably caused by such a revelation. You hesitate just as St. Lucius did to tell us about the journey of his master. Yet in the end he revealed what he knew, and his words still guide Thélème today.
Thank you for your testimony. I will now retire to think about everything and make my decision. After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of this, but our dogma must follow the path opened by Saint Matheus.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
It was my pleasure.
Let me also thank you, Your Excellency. Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
Without her, you'd be dead. Like, that's just the truth. Like, without her, you would be dead. Alright, we'll be right back. Because we have to see the other option. Like, the option that I believe she would actually choose, if it's possible. Actually, let's check that first. Let's make sure, because God knows. Alright, science is her, charisma is him. And I'm pretty sure, okay, let's check back. We're running because it doesn't matter right now. Because I just want to see. God damn it. See, like, now I'm thinking. You see, the problem is. Here's the problem. I would like it, and I understand why this isn't going to be the case a lot of times, but I would have liked it if every time there's a charisma option in dialogue, there's also an intuition option. I would have liked that. But I understand why they don't quite do it that way. Because you don't want them to function exactly the same. You know what I mean. But it was kind of messed up that even with 100% charisma, it was still not 100% that we were going to succeed. Alright, I thought so. So he gives us intuition. So we'll be right back. Alright, so now we have an intuition of 3. Or I should say we have a functional intuition of 3. We're here a little early. We brought Vasco because he's the one that gives us the intuition bonus. We dropped Afra because, well, I would have anyway. Like before we came here, if I was thinking about getting to the intuition bonus, obviously I would have had to drop somebody, so I would have definitely dropped Afra since she's of the rival faction. But yeah, I don't I'm not sure how I would handle this, but the reason I would have liked intuition and charisma options to be available at the same time, not really one without the other, is mainly so a person could focus on one rather than needing to focus on both. But then again, maybe that's the point. I don't know. It's very hard for me to say what I think would have been the best approach to handling two stats that kind of do the same thing, which is open up new conversation options. Because you don't want them to be the same. Like, you have to ask yourself, why intuition, why charisma? And so far the answer is basically because sometimes the developer decides charisma is a way to avoid problems, and other times they say intuition. And maybe that's good enough. But personally, I tend to want more than that. I almost never want the reason to be because the developer wanted it that way, personally. I'd rather it be something like, well, intuition allows for this. These are the pros to intuition. These are the cons. Here are the pros to charisma. Here are the cons to charisma. They're different from one another based on that. Like that kind of thing. And to some extent, this game actually has that. Charisma, it seems, is always a percentage chance. So even if you have maxed out charisma, there are some conversations where it's a roll of the dice. Whereas intuition, if you have enough intuition for the dialogue choice, that's it. It's 100% successful. It is definitely going to succeed. So I don't know. They do have it to some extent, but I feel like I'd rather do something else. Maybe make it to where... Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there's even a part of me that would like even another way or two to get through conversations, such as like an intimidation factor. So that might be based on your level compared to the level of the person you're talking to. It might be based on the quality of your gear, you know, stuff like that, like a collective stat that you control, but you don't have direct control over it by like putting points into it. And that can help you in some conversations. Like, I would like that as a feature, personally. I feel like the info dumps should help you open up options potentially. So like, instead of intuition, like maybe that's another factor. Like, one of the things that makes intuition different is that it's not enough to just have the stat. You have to have had certain conversations to allow for the intuition to be effective. Like that kind of thing. You know, like there's a number of ways of handling it, and there's people obviously that are smarter, more creative, and more talented than I am, who would likely be like, or be able to go, you know what, this is how we should do that. And I feel like more of them should. But like, I feel as though if I was making Haeva true to herself, I probably would make her more intuitive than I would charismatic. Like, she's more intuitive, I would say. And I'd have her, I don't know. But it's like, I can't just make her intuitive, and I think that's what I was trying to figure out. I can't just make her intuitive because there's situations where I feel like combat would have been avoided by her, but she would not have avoided it using charisma. There's a lot of stuff I think about. Of course, I think about how we're the Spiff crew. Oh yeah, another downside to this game. You cannot take screenshots effectively. Like, there's no toggling the camera off, and yeah, Ansel's disabled. Like, Ansel doesn't work in this game.
Ah, Your Excellency. We were eagerly awaiting
How
your
were they
arrival.
waiting?
Sister Eugenia
We
was
were
just
waiting.
recounting me the tale of your achievements and telling me about the incredible discoveries you've made.
These relics shed a new... It all demonstrates...
These discoveries we must first verify. Could
The cat fraud. The end. These. We just. I understand
that he simply saw it.
the relics could be authentic? And who is to say that this is...
I understand your doubts, Your Eminence. But you yourself asked me to conduct the investigation. It seems to me that the best way to address this matter would be for you to go to the place yourself. Then you will see that what I have described to you is true.
I suppose you would not suggest such a thing if you had lied to me. But you are right. I need to see for myself what secrets this place hides.
Your Eminence, all of this is grotesque and dangerous. The congregation is clearly trying to ridicule us. Even if these frescoes are real and old, who's to say they represent reality? This is surely the naive vision that the islanders had of our founder, nothing more. Our duty is to bury all this in order...
This time we're going to talk about Brother Virgil, see what that does.
And you have already tried to do that. Brother Virgil, who worked for you, did not hesitate to attack us and kill several of his colleagues for this purpose.
That's right. And he even tried to blame me to stop me from leading the expedition.
What kind of manipulations and extremes are you willing to go to hide the truth?
Brother Virgil was indeed a member of the Order, but he had obviously descended into madness. This is exactly the kind of effect that such revelations can have, and of which we must be wary.
That's enough, Domitius. An investigation will be launched. And if you were aware of these sabotages, you will answer for it.
Your Eminence, we are faced with a crucial choice. He prays and places his Saint Matheus, shows us...
You surprise me, Petrus. Yet your words seems...
If my people knew that the great and that your priests respect...
And the Eden we wanted to build. Does anyone wish to add anything?
I understand your doubts about the future, which are... You hesitate just as St. Lucian... Yet in the end, he revealed what...
Thank you for your testimony. I will now... After careful consideration, I have decided that it is my duty to reveal your discoveries to the world. It will take years for our theologians to study all of it, but our dogma must follow the...
Thank you, Your Eminence. I would be delighted to help with the study of these relics.
I don't doubt it, my dear. And I would like you to take me to see this cave. I look forward to worshipping at the place where our holy founder ended his days. As for you, Your Excellency, I thank you for the help you have given us. Your sincere insight has encouraged me to make this difficult decision.
I actually
It was my
like
pleasure.
Mother Cardinal
Let me also
Cornelia.
thank you, Your
I really
Excellency.
like her.
Without you, we would still be in the shadows.
I was shaky at first. I was shaky and unsure initially. But no, I do like her. I really do. Something about her saying she would love to be in a place where their founder worshipped, like, I don't know, like her approach to the natives. I think she needs to put the Ordo in check a little better, but overall, I think she's a genuine person, even though Petrus seems to have a bit of a friendly rivalry with her. But that's going to do it for this part. in the series. We will be continuing this soon, and I thank you for joining me thus far. I look forward to the next chapter in this book, if you will. Until next time, take care.